Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second day of our Chainlink Bootcamp. And today I have a so special invite, invited guest with us. We have Bailey, the head of Ronin ecosystem, and and I know that yesterday some people was asking, "Oh, why you are using Ronin? I'd like to know more about Ronin." So this is the day, and this is the moment that you are learning more about that. So, Bailey, let's bring your screen here and have fun. I'll be back later.
Thanks, all. Yeah, hey everyone. Good to see everyone, and welcome to today's Chainlink Bootcamp session. I'm Bailey. I'm head of the Ronin ecosystem. So that means I think protocol development, ecosystem partnerships, tokenomics, essentially everything. And I've been here for about 2.5 years with Sky Mavis and Ronin. And previous to this role, it's investing and trading at Defiance Capital. So yeah, what had the pleasure to kind of look at Ronin and XE's growth through 2020 all the way now. So today, I'm excited to share how Ronin, which is best known for powering Axie Infinity's explosive growth, has evolved into a chain that's ready for consumer adoption at scale. For those that are not familiar or it's like your first time hearing about Ronin today, Ronin really started as a purpose-built EVM chain, sidechain for Axie Infinity. And really, it's really the first application chain or app chain that really kickstarted or made the economics of the game really successful and powered the flywheel. So today, I think it's a special time as well as we stand at the cusp of a new chapter. So we've kind of conquered gaming, number one gaming powerhouse. Now we're kind of expanding, we're permissionless, and we're bringing more and more consumer applications into Ronin. So yeah, let's see. I think first, let's see how we got here and why it matters. Yes, so showing a chart here, just one major differentiator. So Ronin is different from other chains. It didn't start with a theoretical usage, right? It's not like a testnet and you're farming for tokens to launch. It was really created in the trenches. I think we served millions of players daily after our initial launch. And in 2020-21, during Axie Infinity's peak, we saw over 1 million daily active addresses. And the momentum kind of reignited recently since last year with the migration of Pixels in November 2023 and sparking this next wave of growth. And then another new wave of games kind of moving from other chains, migrating into Ronin in search of a genuinely active player base. And now we put Ronin as the number one adoption amongst all gaming-centric chains. So yeah, looking deeper into the on-chain data, many newer chains are boasting about kind of initial hype, right? But I think from our point of view, it's really on user retention. So according to this Dune dashboard from our supporters at 1KX, one of the leading venture funds, I think you see that Ronin's day 30 retention rate. So whether these people still come back on the day 30 mark, essentially, this sits at 26.9%. In comparison to other leading ecosystems, Solana is at 2%, Base is at 12%. Ronin users really come back day after day. I think it's really in the DNA of this gaming blockchain users, right? That they are coming up, they're kind of participating in the chain daily, they're checking in for content and playing the games that they love. So they're not just signing up, they're really staying engaged, forming habits on Ronin, kind of checking in on their friends, community, and claiming their staking rewards, that type of thing. So the idea here is whether you are launching a new application or a DeFi project or even a consumer app, I think if you're aiming for broader adoption, this sticky user base, right, to bootstrap your community is really priceless. So yeah, I miss this part about, of course, our massive community engagement, right? So yeah, more than 2.5 million followers on X, more than 700K on Discord, 340K on Substack, more than over 2,000 creators within our network. So you can kind of see how joining this ecosystem from the start, you get a lot of attention, amplification, and ways to tap into this community. So not just online, right? We have a lot of physical events in real life. So here's some photos from offline events, meetups worldwide. We have regular sessions to kind of showcase games for our community. This is really like a grassroots support system. You're not just tapping into an empty chain. From the start, you're joining a ecosystem where fans and users really connect with one another. They build brand loyalty and really genuine enthusiasm for the future of Web3 here. Next, so we'd like to highlight some of the gaming heavyweights on Ronin. So here you see the logos of all the games you have and more that's not inside. Axie Infinity reached over $4 billion in NFT volume, in their lifetime NFT volume, and ignited the Web3 gaming industry. Then there's also Pixels, a farming MMO that really hit 1.3 million in daily active users at the peak of the launch. That's really just the tip of the iceberg. We've seen many games come on. We've attracted big Korean MMOs like Ragnarok, and also many more. Some of them, and most of them, crucially, are already live. Things like Fishing Frenzy, Cambria, these are all live games, right? They're not just like a white paper. They're not just launching some NFTs and without a product. Most of these games are already live and playable. Studios really trust Ronin to deliver this smooth, low-fee and scalable gaming experiences while accessing this largest Web3 gaming community for growth. Yeah, so more case studies of this. We've seen a lot of projects migrate over to Ronin over these few years, and significant upticks in users, transactions, community engagement when they come over. So these are like 5 case studies here, each showing different ways that either the users grown, they've made money on their sales, primary sales, secondary sales, and also the rising asset floor prices. Whether it's like an existing Web3 game or a new one launching. So Ronin always seems to boost that growth curve. And we like to call it the Ronin effect, as our community likes to call it. Once they get deployed, they get a lot of support from creators. They get a lot of attention and highlight spotlights. And then this is where I think if your product is in a good state, it starts its own flywheel and grows from there. Yeah, a recap of our 2024 chain with momentum. We hit almost 2.3 million daily addresses, almost 10x year-on-year growth. NFT volume went up to 71 million, up 120% for the year. Token holders now nearly around 19 million, and Ronin consistently sits among the top 10 blockchains by active users. As of April 6th, and also these are publicly available stats you can track on leading trackers like Token Terminal. So it's no longer just a gaming sidechain, it's like a key blockchain contender in its own right. From usage to token holders to NFT volume, every major indicator was really trending up last year, with the increased usage from some of the games and being more and more open to new content. Of course, this year the market has been not doing so well. Of course, everything is down, but of course the external, these are all externalities. I think we've definitely continued to go down this route on serving our games and content, and we think that this is what's going to differentiate us in the market compared to many of the other chains that are just doing everything at once, right? So going permissionless, this was just soon. The video is coming. Let me see. Yeah, so it's a nice trailer we created for our permissionless launch. So in the past, Ronin used to be permissioned, so only selected or curated projects can actually build on Ronin. And since February 12th, Ronin is officially permissionless. This means that any developer can just deploy on Ronin without an approval gate. There's no whitelisting needed. Anyone can just go into the chain, deploy an NFT, deploy any type of sales, and the market really judges the community judges the quality of the sales, right? So that's how that's the latest and most crucial development, and why we are doing such a big expansion into new developers. Since then, I think we've seen a very steady increase in deployments. So the baseline, as you can see from the red part, which is in the permission environment, to the green, that's where we see a lot of new builders coming on, offering tools, infrastructure, also new applications, as more developers realize Ronin is really now open. So I think we're hopeful to see even more explosion of new applications, from games to DeFi to novel consumer applications. So new verticals that we look at, right? So of course we look at DeFi, we look at various other leading consumer applications and verticals. So DeFi, you have Compound recently launching their new markets, more are coming. Borrowing and lending use cases for our ecosystem, liquid staking with Liquid Ron. It's from one of our native builders. Shout out there to Owl. And then we have, on the other hand, dApps, right? OpenSea, the leading NFT marketplace. We have native builders like Tamameme, Forecast. Tamameme is building a meme coin launchpad. Very in tune with the Ronin culture and has been a key part of the ecosystem. Forecast is a long-time builder and supporter of the chain as well. I think they were previously known as Community Gaming. They're doing prediction markets. So these are all new examples beyond gaming that we are expanding our applications into. So these teams that have chosen to kind of start early, I think they will kind of unlock very powerful early mover advantages as the chain continues to grow. To further support some of these teams, right, coming on, we have actually a official grant program. So $10 million in ecosystem grants. Projects can secure anywhere from 20 to 300K in funding, depending on the size of the project, the stage of development. And we ideally want to find teams that have built something and then they've launched it to the community for initial kind of reception, and kind of using this funding to continue to grow those dApps. So whether they're building a game, the DeFi protocol, or consumer application, if it fits the vision or is very aligned with the community that we have, I think we want to hear from you. We want to also support you and help you do well. Beyond financial support, there's also a lot of exposure we can give to the community. So cross promotions, collaboration with some of the leading games, amplification from our main growth channels, the Builders Discord, the main social media channels that we have, our newsletters, which has a very high open rate. These are all areas we can tap into. Of course, social reach, product amplification with the Ronin wallet, etc. So these are what you can expect as a grantee. Yeah, here are various verticals that we can look into. There are, I guess, even if you look at some of the NFT financialization, I think that's always been like a hot topic. It's a very good fit for something like that to be on Ronin, where we have a lot of virtual game assets. And for those assets, people want to delegate, people want to rent it out for the actual utility. So things like this, I think we welcome all kinds of applications. So yes, so today we are here because we've partnered with Chainlink. Chainlink is, of course, offering secure oracles and cross-chain interoperability via CCIP to Ronin. All of these things should be up right now and available for use. So you can access reliable data feeds, the VRF, cross-chain bridging without building a complex infrastructure from some of the newer chains. And Ronin is EVM compatible. So if you're built on Ethereum, you're already in familiar territory. Everything should work out of the box. We have the same versions and hard fork versions. And we have something called the Ronin Developer Console. So it takes it a step further beyond the usual things that you would integrate, like your RPCs and your different APIs. Our Developer Console kind of takes it a step further, right? So it allows you to integrate social logins with our wallet product, marketplace SDKs, self-service tools that make your deployment much smoother and fast. And most importantly, we focus on reducing the friction of onboarding, right? So for developers, it's sometimes difficult to kind of handle so many different providers of infrastructure. So we aim to kind of have everything centered within that Ronin Developer Console. Yes. So yeah, feel free to check it out. I think we'll have links later. And that brings us to the end. As a quick kind of TLDR, too long didn't listen. Just wanted to reiterate 3 points. So first, I think Ronin is really the place to build right now since we are permissionless. NFT volumes, highly retained users, a fervent community. The leading gaming and consumer chain really brings the Ronin effect to the applications that are ready. Second point, it's really still very early. I think other than those kind of applications that we have highlighted, we really need you, I think talented developers, to really innovate on new applications and use cases for our ecosystem. Third, Ronin is really to support with the best UX focused tooling, wallets, infrastructure, familiar EVM environment, Chainlink support, DevRel support from our team, access to growth channels, product integrations, also funding from grants and network of investors. So whatever you guys will need, I think we are ready to try and support with our best. So as a next step, these are 2 QR codes here. So on the left, you have the Ronin wiki. That's a link to scan to just understand everything about Ronin from a user point of view, and in general, everything else you need to get onboarded. And then on the right, that's where for developers, you have a quick start. That's where your go-to resource for your quick start guides, developer documentation, some of the leading products get integrated with. Whether you're like a brand new or a seasoned developer, it's the fastest way to really dive into. And personally, I think that the Ronin team as well, we're really excited to see what this kind of talented community will create next. And we really invite you to be part of Ronin's next big leap here. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, so handing the time back to you.
So amazing, Bailey. So nice to have you here. And feel free to be around to ask questions if they have. And we are really doing good projects, good things with Ronin. This is a pleasure to us. So with this, bye, Bailey.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Yes. So now let's start with our presentation. And today we're talking about oracles, about Chainlink. And remember that yesterday you create a token. In fact, 2 tokens. Today we are using the ERC20 token to do another application. The goal is to do a dynamic stake application. Let's do it. I have some presentation for you before. Let's share the slides. Where is my screen? Here. Present. Share screen. And this. Okay. Remember before that, this is the presentation. If you need the slides, you can see this QR code. I will make this here for some minutes. Good. Let's move forward. Yes, this was yesterday. Now you can see the session 2. The session 2 is here. Here we are. So this is me. I talked a bit yesterday, but my name is Solange Gueiros. You can call me Sol. And I am in the DevRel team at Chainlink Labs. I love to teach. I love education. So do this kind of workshops is really amazing for me. And yes, I'm from Brazil. If you like to see some events that I made before, some of them have YouTube links. You can go to my website as well. Today, we are learning about oracles, and especially about the Chainlink data feeds and how we can use the ERC20 token with our data feeds. Now, wait a minute. Yes. So, what is the problem, the big challenge that we have with blockchain now? How can we connect the blockchain with all the information that we have outside of blockchain? Like this, many blockchains inside, many information outside, not connected. And we say that this is the blockchain oracle problem. So blockchains are isolated, like in sealed information systems. And also they are deterministic. They have the nodes inside the blockchain, they must have the consensus. So any information that's outside and you are bringing to the blockchain, it's important to have the consensus on that. And the blockchain itself cannot access any external data or nothing from the internet directly. This is good in the blockchain because we have security, we have transparency, but we have this restricted access. And if you'd like to know more about that, you can see the blockchain oracle problem. Wait a minute, that I lost the presentation. Yes, I have no idea what is this now. Okay, I should have one more screen here, and my screen disappeared. This can happen, yeah. You are seeing this, you are not seeing this. Is that? Okay. Maybe I have a bit of reflection now on my screen, okay? Yeah, we have a bit of reflection, but I will solve this later, okay? Okay, let's move. So what is the solution to this? How can we solve the blockchain oracle problem? The solution are the oracles. So the oracles provide a secure way to move data between blockchains and the external systems. This can enable the smart contract to securely and reliably execute execute anything, in fact, based on real world events, real world information. So we have the communication with the traditional systems. So we can really tell that the oracles give to the smart contracts the connectivity and enable your smart contract to interact with and react to events outside the blockchain in a secure and reliable manner. What kind of oracles can I have? I can have the oracles being, for example, bring information from the temperature or from satellite data or from my watch, or even from the weather or the sports. We made some NFTs related to soccer games and basketball games. And also we have tons of information, financial information that we use on blockchain. And imagine that even information from real estate could be used in blockchain using Oracle. Yes, Oracle is the way that you can connect the blockchain with all the world. And when we talk about oracles, we can understand some of his roles. For example, the oracle can list. List will be like detect when a smart contract is requesting some kind of off-chain data, or fetch and compute. For example, we retrieve and extract data from the off-chain sources, or run compute operations on data if it's required or if it's requested, or even format the information. You have the information and you like to have this information another way when you are bringing it to the blockchain. You can use that as well. Also, other roles of the oracle, oracles can be used to secure and validate information. So we are talking about use cryptographic proofs to validate data integrity. Also, we can use it to broadcast or to publish and transmit this verified information back to the blockchain to achieve consensus inside the blockchain network. Another point is the delivery. Sometimes we can do computation outside the blockchain, but have the results inside the blockchain, or have some results, some computation inside the blockchain and deliver this to external system. So with this, all of this we can do using oracles. But it's not the but yet. We have more things to talk about the types of oracles. So we have the inbound oracles, is the external information that is coming to the blockchain. We have the outbound oracles. It means that we have some information inside the blockchain and you'd like to use this information in any external system that is not on blockchain. We have some oracles that they are made to create consensus. Okay, we have the consensus in the network, in the blockchain network, but we should have the consensus as well related to the information, to aggregate information from multiple sources, get the consensus on that, and then you have a single source of truth to your smart contract. Also, another kind of oracle is the cross-chain. Cross-chain, you are learning a lot of cross-chain tomorrow, but a bit overview of this, you have two blockchains. The blockchains cannot communicate, so we need to have some off-chain part to do this communication. And this is the blockchain oracle can do that. So we have oracles to do the communication between blockchains, the cross-chain part. Now is the but. Yes, but centralized oracles, this can be a big problem. Because imagine that if you have an oracle getting some information and it's only one node that is bringing this information to the blockchain. This node can be compromised, can be manipulated. So you cannot really trust in the information if you have only one node that is bringing this information to the blockchain. The solution to that is and before that, let's understand a bit more on that. So, what is the decentralized that this is the best part for you? We can avoid the single point of failure. We can reduce the risk of manipulation, like I said before, and we are distributing the Oracle services using multiple nodes. And on this way, we can improve the security. And we have a consensus in this network. The Oracle normally is not a blockchain, but it's a network to have a consensus as well. Okay? And think about this. This is an important concept to you. We many times are talking about the DONS, Decentralized Oracle Network. And this is what is Chainlink, and this is the best way to have oracles and to have the blockchain connected with any external systems using DONS, using decentralized oracle networks. Okay? This is Chainlink. So let's understand more about Chainlink. What is the Chainlink Oracle? It's not one service, it's not a blockchain, it's a set of services, different services that they have a network of decentralized Oracle networks. They in the node level, so different nodes operators, and even in the data level as well, that we can grab information from different sources to get the consensus. Okay? And this solves that problem that we talked before, the blockchain oracle problem. Okay? Again, it's so important that Chainlink is not a blockchain. Chainlink, it's a set of services, and Chainlink is blockchain agnostic. So we have Chainlink in different blockchains, like we are using Ronin now. Sometimes we use Ethereum, we can use the Avalanche, we can use any others. You can check it out in the documentation, all the services that we have in the different blockchains. So we say that Chainlink is the blockchain oracle standard. Like yesterday, you learned about OpenZeppelin and how OpenZeppelin create sets of contracts that everyone use. And you already learned about the standard of tokens, like the ERC20 token, the ERC71 token. In the same way that they are popular and they are standards, Now Chainlink is the Oracle standard. So is the Oracle that is most used in applications. Today, I'm using one of these services in our Web3 platform. I'm using data feeds. But also we have all of these other services. Tomorrow, you are learning more about CCAP. So now I will talk like 1 minute to do an overview of the others. For example, all the data feeds, data streams, proof of reserve, CCAP are related to data, and we can talk especially, not CCAP, but the others, about financial information. For example, data streams can have a consensus in some code. For example, I'd like to know the code of it in USD. And we have many, many sources like centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges. How can I have a true source? I can use the Chainlink, the data streams to get the information the moment that you need. Or I can use the data feeds that we are using in a few minutes to get the last code that was saved. We are doing this, okay? Going to the other side, I saw some people talking about functions. Functions, it's for me so amazing because you can call a JavaScript code inside your Solidity code, your smart contract. Yes. And using this JavaScript code, you can call some external API, like a weather API, like some API from Google Maps, any external API, and have a decentralized consensus on that and bring the information to your smart contract. Using automation, probably yesterday you saw as well that the smart contract is not self-executed. It means that someone must trigger a function in the smart contract and then it will be executed. But you need to call the function. We have automation, that's another decentralized Oracle network that can call functions in your smart contract following some rules that you define it, like you create the condition, you create what you'd like to do, and the automation will do that for you. And also, VRF can be used to generate random numbers outside of the blockchain. Because imagine that if you generate the random number inside the blockchain, anyone can see how you are generating them. And the validator can try to manipulate your random numbers. So if you have the number generate outside it, this will be better for your application. So now let's go deeply to the Chainlink data feeds. I know that the people are asking the link of the slides. We didn't. I shared the QR code, but not the link itself. So let's grab the link and add here for you. And sometimes I'm looking my screen on the right. I'm sharing this with you. I'm looking for my screen on the left where I have the chat, and I'm like try to answer messages live as well. Okay, and my camera is in the middle. So where I am now, I was here. Let's go. So Chainlink data feeds is the way that you can fetch the real world of chain data. Imagine that this can be asset prices that we use the price feeds today, or proof of reserves. I didn't talk about the proof of reserves. Imagine that you have some reserves. Let's think about USDC, the stable coin that represents USD and is minted, is issued by Circle. So we expect that Circle has the amount of USD enough to have USDC. Or imagine that another big project like the WBTC. WBTC is the rapid Bitcoin on Ethereum and other networks, and they are issued by BitGo. you must be sure that BitGo has more Bitcoins than wrapped Bitcoins. So in order to be sure of that, they have proof of reserves of Chainlink. So you can use this inside your smart contracts and check the reserves that are in another chain. So proof of reserves is used to check reserves in off that blockchain, in any other blockchain or in a bank account, something like that. Okay? And use all of this in your smart contract. And we have more kinds of data feeds as well. Let's understand a bit more about the components of the data feeds. First, you have the consumer. The consumer is the smart contract that is using the data feed. So today, we are creating a smart contract that will be the consumer. We have also the proxy contract that his point the aggregator to get the right price feed. And this is maintained by the Chainlink Labs. And we have the aggregator contract itself, where we have different nodes that get, for example, price. I'm talking about the price of it in USD. So we have different nodes getting the price from different sources, like a centralized exchange, another decentralized exchange, and many of them. And this aggregator contract has all the codes that these nodes get, and have the medium of that, the average based medium of that, and you can have the code saved to you use it. Okay. And yeah, this is the better way to explain what I tried to say before, is this. You can see different node operators in the Chainlink network with different prices. So in the aggregator, we have the price of each of them, and we have the final price in a smart contract. Okay? And this is what kind of use case we can have here. We can have DeFi protocols, stable coins, and derivatives, prediction markets, or synthetic assets. And it's important to you to know that these asset prices are always expressed in pairs. Like for today, we are using it in USD. Okay? Here we are. If you'd like to explore this a bit, let's go. This should be a link. Yeah, it's here. Okay. Here we are, data feeds. And here I have, for example, let's see the Ethereum in USD that we was talking before. Yes. And we can see that we have this. I am here on Ethereum network, but all of these are here now, like Ronin is here. Like the data feeds will be updated in two ways. If the price change 0.5% or every hour. Normally is not an hour for sure. Depends, including the network. Different networks have different ways as well. But you can see here the different nodes that are providing the price. And we must have the minimum of 21 for here. We have 31. If I go to another network, let's see Ronin. How is this? On Ronin, you can see that you be once a day or 0.5% for sure. It's 0.5%. Yeah. And you can see that we should have a minimum of 7. We have 10 now. If I go to any one, Avalanche, for example, you can see that they are different. And this is, I think you can really be fun with that. Okay, let's come back here. We have all the references over there, and it's time to create our project. Let's go. I have some challenges with you now. Let's see how I solve this. Okay, what's the point? Normally, I use this pad to put everyone here, but it's when we have like today 300 people, we can miss some people. The pad will be really crowded. I'm trying a different way. Okay, I'd like to have you with me. I called this spreadsheet together because I love to interact with you. I love to know more about you, and especially to know if we can do the contracts together. Let's see if this will work on this time. What I'm doing now is sharing with you a spreadsheet. It's on the chat now. Okay, yes, people are appear here. And I hope I'd like to be the line number 1, okay? So I'm Sol from São Paulo, Brazil. So let's fix this one. Edit, no view, freeze the first row, and it seems that is working. Okay, perfect. Yes. So Laura, you can write your question here in the chat, and I'm trying to answer, and I know that we have more people in the chat that's helping as well. Yeah, Guy, probably I'll take you off here in a few minutes, okay? Let's try to do this in a good way to everyone. Yes, nice. Yeah, probably not working as well. It's a shame. Yeah, I'm trying to do different ways, but this will not be good. Okay, let's not use this. I must find a way. We have a terrible guy over there. So I'm using this in a few minutes to share my smart contract with you, okay? But I'm not asking nothing for you now. Let's move forward. Okay, yesterday you used a token. Today I have another token for you. How my token is different from the token that you used yesterday? I changed some things. So let's start from the beginning to do this together. First of all, I opened the remix. I hope that you are going to remix like me. Here is the remix. Is in the chat now. Okay. On remix, I have a Chainlink workspace, but doesn't matter. You can be on default. It's all the same. I was doing some tests here. And to be sure that, okay, see if you'd like to do here, we can do here. City and country. Nice, guys. You know that I made this in the past. I know. Okay, but here, before that, I'm adding some information for you, okay? So let's go to remix. And on remix, remember that yesterday, it was good for you if you, on the icon number 4, enable the Solidity, the out compiler. What's happened here? Yeah. Out compile, select this. Yes, out compile. Okay. And after that, go to the icon number 5 and choose the environment, inject that provider. Okay. And I'm expecting that you are on the Ronin Saigon testnet that you made this yesterday, okay? Yes. Remember that we made this yesterday, so I'm moving forward. I'm not going back to do this configuration again. Here we are. I am in Remix. We using the Solidity compiler with the outcompile, and I have the custom network, but mine is a bit crazy because it's saying that I'm still on the VM and not in the VM. So let's refresh this. I'm not confident on that. Yes. Okay. So icon number 5, environment injected provider. Yes, now it's good. Woohoo. So let's create our first smart contract, our token, a bit different from yesterday. So, and this happened, I know, because of this I was trying to avoid the pad, but I don't have a better one. Create the token.sol file, and I'm adding here some comments. This is the beginning, so the 2 slashes here is the comment, and this is the end. Here I'm adding our smart contract, okay? You can copy this, but don't cut the code. All of your friends that are here must copy the code, okay? Let's do that. Token. I'm adding this in a gist after that for you. But let's see if you can do this live. Here we are. You can copy and paste this code. And then you must deploy the token. And share this with me, please. I'd like to know your token address. Let's do it. So, Remix token, this is my contract. Go to the deploy and run transactions. And oh, if I didn't share this with you before, let's share this with you. We are here in this path. Okay. Yeah, it will be someone already take it off. Yeah. Oh, it's all here again. Thank you. Thank you, Pinky One. Hey, so fast. Amazing. You made it. I didn't yet. Let's go. Let's go to deploy. And yes, I'm confirming the transaction. It seems that is done. I have one before. I have this that I created now. Let's take this two off. Not this, not this. I made this now, okay? And to be sure that my token will be here when I close the remix and open again, I pinned the contract, okay? And copy the address. Paste here as well. The code is right here. We have the code in the pad. Okay. Yeah, it seems that it's a bit strange now. Let's fix that. You learn how to use the pad, no problem. I'm taking this off, okay? Here. Not too bad. Yes, amazing. Congrats, everyone. Ray, Davor, Peter. Okay, good. Here we are. I have my token. Great. I thought that my token is a bit different from the token that you created yesterday. What is different? The way that I decided to use the access control. I'm using only the access control with the minted role. And on this way, I can have my account being the owner, but I can have other addresses being minters as well. Okay, this is one point. Second point, I'd like to have my token has only 2 decimal places. Like the contract that we create on Open Zeppelin normally has 18 decimal places like Ethereum, but it doesn't have an option to you change the amount of decimal places on the wizard. But I can change it here. And I'm doing this here now. I'm returning 2 decimal places, not 18, because I'd like to have this token being like a fiat money, 2 decimal places only. Okay, here we are. And I have the name, I have all the rows, and we can mint tokens. Okay, this is the token itself. What I'd like to do now, I'd like to add my token on MetaMask. So let's expand this again. Here I have the address of my token. Copy, came to MetaMask, go to the tokens tab, and then here you can see that I can, in these 3 dots on the right side, import tokens. Okay, so here we are, MetaMask, tokens tab, 3 dots, import tokens, and paste the content over there. You can see here the name is CLB25, 2 decimal places. Next. Here we are. Okay, it seems that I must close something. There are someone on my WhatsApp. Let's close my WhatsApp. Should be closed. Here we are. So now I have my token on MetaMask. I have this one that I created before. I'd like to take this off. Okay. So I created this token now. I have no tokens. So next step is to mint tokens. Let's use the function mint now. Expand your token. I come back to remix. Expand. Mint. Here is the mint function. So expand the mint as well. 2 is the address of your account. Copy and paste. Amount. I'd like to mint 100 tokens for me. So 1 with 2 zeros. But Solidity doesn't know how to deal with decimal places. And remember that my token has 2 decimal places. It means that I must add more 2 zeros. Okay, here we are. Amount 100 plus 00. So let's click on transact and approve to have some tokens. Oh, here we are. It seems that it's confirmed. I can put this a bit up and you can see that it's confirmed. Let's go to MetaMask again. Tokens. Yes, now I have 100 tokens. All good until now. Okay, let's see how are you. Yeah, my pad disappeared. Oh, terrible. Yeah, I can bring the pad back. Ah, probably here. Something like here you can have the pad. Yeah, the pad's not working with you now. Sorry guys, I'm sending this to you in a few minutes, okay? So this is our first contract. And I'm copying this in the pad, and then I know that I will copy this many times, no problem. So first is this. If you need the token, oh, what I made now. If you need the token, here are the token, okay? Next one, my token is good. I'm happy with my token. I'd like to create a dynamic stake application and use Chainlink to get the price of it in USD and to reward using this. Let's see my content first, then I can share with you. Here we are. So what I'm doing this will be my dynamic stake. I'm using the aggregator interface from Chainlink, we learned about that before, to get the price of it in USD. Okay, let's see where I'm doing that. Here we are. Here I get the latest price. I'm using here the latest round data, and I'm using this to calculate the reward. So the idea is, and what is the process of stake? Stake means that you are depositing some tokens in a smart contract. This is smart contract, and then if you have your token over there for more time, you are receiving more tokens. Okay, this is our goal. And we are receiving some tokens per minute. How can I calculate that? What I defined here? Here I defined that the reward rate is 0.01% of the Ethereum price per minute. Okay? This is too much, I can tell you. Okay? I'm always putting one extra zero here to be better. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. No, that's one thing what I tested before. Okay? Is this. So I'd like to receive 0.01 of the ETH price per minute using my token, okay? And I have some things that I must configure it before. I must deal with the decimals. Remember that my token has 2 decimal places, but you can have a token with any decimal places because I create here the token decimals, and in the constructor, that is the function called when we are deploying the smart contract, I can get the token decimals that I have on my token. So if your token has a different decimal places, all good, okay? But talking about the decimal places, okay, my token has 2, Ethereum has 18, the Chainlink data feed, the response that we get from the data feed has 8 decimal places. So I have it here as well because I must deal with all of these decimal places. Okay? And let's go up a bit to explain the beginning. So I'm using the aggregator interface from Chainlink. Good. I'm using the ERC20 interface as well, but instead of using all the interface, in fact, I don't need exactly this now because I'm using this interface. On my interface, I declared only the functions from the ERC20 token interface that I need on my project, okay? So I need the hours to see how is to get how I can authorize other wallets to get tokens. I need to see the balance of a wallet. I need to know the decimals. We use that. I need to mint tokens. We are transferring, and we can have the transfer from as well. Okay? Great. Here is my dynamic stake. For each address, I'd like to know how much is staked and when was the last claim. Okay? And here we are. We can have events to stake, get the rewards. In the constructor, you saw that we are initializing the token, but also I'm initializing the data feed from Chainlink, the price of it in USD in the Ronin Saigon network. Okay? Yes, Aziz, I know that's hard to see my screen and do the same in your screen. Because of this, like for now, I'm only explaining the code. After that, I will copy and paste the code for you, okay? So for now, you can only see my screen like the next 5 minutes. Here we are, the main function in our smart contract, one of that is the stake. So you are depositing tokens on this smart contract, okay? But do you know how it works when we have ERC20 tokens? If you send a token directly to a smart contract, the smart contract doesn't know that receive the token. So the best approach with tokens is first to approve the smart contract to use your token, and then inside here, the stake function, the smart contract is transferring from your account to the smart contract itself. Okay? This is a key point for you. And now I'm checking to avoid some errors. I must check if you already approve the smart contract to use your token and if you have enough tokens to deposit. Okay? After this, we are doing the transfer from your account to the smart contract itself. And if you have some reward before you claim it, to have this clean again. Then update the stake that amount that you have. And this. Okay? So, okay, I have the stake. I can claim the reward. Okay? The reward, before claiming the reward, I must calculate how much I can receive. And if this is more than 0, my token can mint the reward. So this application, the stake application, can mint tokens to you. Okay? So it means that my stake contract must be in the minter role. And this is. And how I am controlling the time, you remember that we have 0.01% per minute. So I'm controlling the time using the block.timestamp. Okay? So we already saw that to get the price, the code itself. Here we are calculating the minutes. So since the last time that you claim your reward, we are calculating how much minutes passed. And after calculated the minutes, I can use this here as well to calculate the reward itself. So I get the price. I get the reward rate, is the price by the divisor that we made before, 0.01%. We have the minutes staked, the amount of minutes. all the adjustments related to the decimals that I commented before, and then I can calculate the reward amount, the amount that the user have, multiplying by the stake, multiply by the minutes, and divide by the decimal adjustment. This is the reward amount, okay? So, okay, I have the reward. I could do a unstake, but remember, in some moment, I'd like to take off my money from the smart contract and use it again. Remember that we are staking tokens, your token, okay? And remember that the calculate reward is used by the claim reward, okay? Is this? I explained the contract, so now it's like a hard moment. Let's try to share this with you. Okay, so this was the token, okay? And this will be in the beginning to try to avoid problems. In the beginning, I'm adding the dynamic stake for you. Let's see. So this is the dynamic stake. Yeah. We have some terrible person here. No problem, we can do again. Let's see who will win this. If you need again, I can do again. And I can share in a guest in a minute. Creating a guest for you now. Token.song. Now this is the dynamic staking, okay? And I'm creating this for you. So let's deploy. How can I deploy this? So go to deploy in the run transactions. And you can see here that to deploy your smart contract, you must use your token. So copy the address of your token and paste in order to deploy. Here we are, deploy. And give me 1 minute that I'm creating a guest to share the file with you. So that was the dynamic stake. Let's get the token as well. I am in the other screen, okay? Only 1 minute, this will be fast. And this is a public guest, create. And this is. So sharing now with you here. And also adding in the presentation. Here we are. You can see on the presentation, you can see on the pad as well. We have the 2 files here. We have the dynamic stake and we have the token.sol. Okay? Better for you. So copy from here, no problem. This will be the best way now. Perfect. Okay, my dynamic stake is done. What I should do now, and also I'm creating a new slide like after this. Because you need some information that I'm adding here, okay? So token, then the dynamic stake, Then you must go to token and grant minter role to the dynamic stake, okay? Let's do this part now. So I am on Remix. I opened the token. So copy the address of your dynamic stake, open the token, and we are using this grant role now, okay? Grant role, the account is the dynamic stake contract. How can I get the role? Scroll down, and this is the minted role. Let's add this here for you as well. The minted role is this. I love to do this in the pad, but we can't today. No problem. We always have another way. Here we are, the role, the minted role. You remember that I got here the minted role. The hash of word minted role is this line. This is the hash, okay? And so granting role, that hash to the account that is the smart contract address, the dynamic stake address, okay? Transact. Confirm. Yes, it's done. So now I'm sure that my dynamic stake can like send the tokens to everyone. I'm doing another point as well, only to be sure. I'd like to mint tokens and to have them inside my dynamic staking, okay? In order to do that, I'm going here. It will not be my account, it will be the dynamic stake contract as well. And I'd like to have more. Like 1, 2, 3. Let's have a lot of tokens in our contract as well. So transact. And it's asking that, telling me that the arguments are wrong. Let's see if now is good. Yeah, let's see what's this is wrong because this is the hash of the minted role. It's not my account. This is the account. Now, yes, I'm minting tokens to my dynamic stake contract as well to be sure that I have enough tokens over there. All good? Yes. So I'm ready to stake. Yoo-hoo! And stake, it's a concept, like a really DeFi concept. So this is interesting to you to like try a bit of DeFi on that, okay? Let's go. And yeah, you'll be fun in a few minutes because it's too much that we are receiving on this content. You will see. So how can I stake now? This next step that I must have will be the approval, because my contract must use the tokens that I have on my account. So go to token and go to approve. Okay, let's add this for you as well. Token, approve, dynamic stake. And let's approve it to use 10 tokens. 10 with 2 zeros, okay? Here I am. So I am in the token contract, approve, I expand the approve function. The spender will be my contract. So the dynamic stake contract, the amount 10, but I have 2 zeros, 0, 0. Okay? Transact. Here we are. Yeah, this is done. So good. Amazing. So now I'm sure that my stake application can use my tokens. So I can go to dynamic stake and stake something. I know that I approve 10, but I'd like to stake 1. Only 1 now. 1, 0, 0. Remember that is 1 plus the 2 zeros that are the decimal places. Okay? Stake. Confirm. Yeah, here we are. It's confirmed. So I can see, for example, using my account, I'd like to know how much I have staked here. Let's grab my account, copy the address of my account, go to staked, and here we are. 1 token staked. Okay? Let's wait 1 minute. If I add the address here, calculate the minutes. 0. We must wait at least 1 minute. Calculate rewards. Nothing yet. 0. Okay. Let's get the price. This is the price, the address of the price feed, and this is the latest price. And this is interesting for you. I know that someone you delete, okay. It's only to me to show this, and you can see 2, 4, 6, 8 zeros. So the price is this, 1,622 and something, okay? Only to know that we have 8 decimal places, okay? Here we are. Let's see. Now, yes, 1 minute. How much can I receive? Sorry. I can receive, look how is this crazy. Because in fact, I must review my calculations because I staked 1 and I can receive 16.22. For sure, I should divide for more zeros. Yes, but it's okay for now. We can be rich with our token using this stake application that you can receive more than you staked. So crazy. Let's go. I'd like to receive this token. And to be sure, before do that, if you go here, you can see that I staked the 1. I have 99 here. Okay. And now I can go to the claim reward. And let's see, 2 minutes now, 32.44. Let's go, rewards. Yeah, this is the infinite money, is this? Like, you know that, create a token, like we learned yesterday, we made another one today. It's so easy, but make the people believe that your token has some value. It's another history, okay? But we can have a lot of tokens, yoo-hoo! Let's go. Let's see how many tokens I have now. Yeah, tokens. And 131. Yeah, this is good. And I can have more and more. And at the end, at least I should divide this. Or I'm missing to divide something over there. Is this? Some of you can fix my contact later and post on Twitter or something of that, or help us tomorrow. This will be fun. But for now, you know that you can receive more money that you staked. Okay? This is the content that I'd like to do with you today. It was for fun, for sure. But I have a surprise for you. Let's wait some minutes to have more tokens here. But I have a special announcement for you. You realize that I took off my presentation, okay? I must get something. Wait. I know that I have something special, so special for you. And let's add here. Write for me in our YouTube chat. Did you already participated in any Chainlink Hackathon? I'd like to know. Yes, no, how is this? Interesting. Yes, woohoo. Wait 1 more minute, I'm preparing something for you. It's done. Yes. Let's bring this to the screen now because it will be a big moment. Ta-da! Add here slideshow. And you will be the first one to know and to subscribe to the next Chainlink Hackathon. And this is, let's copy this for you that I forgot to copy. And this will be the next Chainlink Hackathon. And it was like the Portuguese, it was in the Portuguese one yesterday that one of the guys that was over there. It's on the chat, in the YouTube chat now. He started doing this kind of boot camps. He made some boot camps last year. He participated in the Chainlink Hackathon, won a big prize, and yesterday he let us know that his project now is moving forward and became a company, and this is really amazing. I already saw that this path, out of this path, like starting boot camps, starting studying, and then going to a Chainlink Hackathon to do a project. So maybe you don't know what is a hackathon, what is the Chainlink Hackathon. Is one of the biggest hackathons online, and we have some dynamics to you to create a team with other people. Some people came already with people that they know. We can go to the Chainlink Discord and make some dynamics to build teams. We do that, we organize that, and we have a lot of prizes, a lot of bounties, and you can use Chainlink services. The goal is to use the Chainlink services and to create applications on that. And this is the Chainlink Hackathon because it's online, normally is longer. And we didn't launch it yet to everyone. Only you know this now. You are so exclusive. Yes. This is only for you that is here now in the bootcamp. You can start to apply and be in the next Chainlink Hackathon, okay? And this today, I think we are good for now. All good. Checking if you have some question. I'm here a few more minutes. First, all the Ronin information as well for you. Yes. This is the hackathon form. You have the presentation, so I add in the presentation the things that normally I do live in the collaborative pad, but I could not do on this time, no problem. and you have the way to have it, no problem. Checking if you have a question here that I didn't saw before. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I have a question. What is the risk of using the dynamic stake? I create the dynamic stake more to be like a nice project, a nice exercise to teach you about the Chainlink data feeds. Normally, I do the token shop that you buy tokens, use it. So you send it to your contract and buy tokens. But I'd like to do the stake to do something different and to have more DeFi with you. The risks, imagine that we are really creating the infinite money here. Our money worth nothing, but this is the idea. This is a fun project. You could think about to create a real token and do a dynamic staking. Sincerely, it's risky. You can do this in a way that you use like a percentage of it like I made, but not in this, that this is wrong. We should use what should be the real one, the 0.01. I'm using the 0.01%, but I'm not dividing by the amount of tokens that I have. This is the problem, okay? And but this is an interesting idea because normally you stake something and you are receiving some money. I can tell you that some contracts, some applications are dynamic, but not in this way, not depends of a price like this, okay? Oh, Kevin, this is an interesting question. Let's go to that. So, events. You saw that I create events here. Here are the events. Why we have events? Events normally are monitored by web services. So they are not totally like, they are not on the state of the smart contract, but they are like some kind of communication that can be used by front ends, for example, to update the web page. And let's see my transaction to understand the event over there. Activity, it was the stake here. I'm seeing this on Block Explorer. And this is my transaction. You can see here that I have two logs. This is the events. The event, so I defined the event staked here. When I'm calling the stake function, I'm emitting the stake, and you can see who is staking and what is the amount. In the transaction, I can see over there that I have them as well. This is the event related to the transfer function because it's doing the transfer from my account to the dynamic stake. And this is the other one that is not really defined. We should decode the bytecode. Like this is not the best to decode. And this is the event itself. This is my account. Okay, this is my account. You can see that it's the same. It's too small for you. Here. Okay, this is my account. Okay, what more? Yes. Okay, so the building of the contract. Let's go. Remember that I'm using an interface where I declared the functions from the token that I'm using. So in fact, I'm not using this. I could take this off and it work anyway. Okay, I'm using the token interface with these functions. Okay, I'd like to know the allos, the balance of the decimals, etc. So here I can do a dynamic staking with any token. I could do this with your token if you authorize my contract to mint your token, for example. Okay, when we are staking, we have the mapping. Remember, the mapping, it's a key value variable, type of variable, where for each address I have some information. In our case, for each address, I'd like to know the amount staked on this one. And in the second one, for each address, I'd like to know when this number will be the timestamp of a block, the last claim. Okay. Can I join these two in another custom type? Yeah, I could do that as well. So this is the price feed decimals. This is the divisor that you know that is wrong now. I think it's not this that's wrong. I forgot another point down. This is the amount of token decimals. And here we are. I have the stake, the events that we talked now. The constructor is initializing all of this. Remember that the constructor will be called only in the moment that you are deploying the smart contract. The stake function, first, check the amount, check if you authorize the dynamic stake to use your token, check if you have enough token to send it to him, okay? Then transfer from your account to this smart contract. Be sure that if you have some pending reward, you get this now to have the real amount of stake. And you can add the amount of stake, update the timestamp, and emit that event that we talked before. Okay? Then claim reward. Use the calculate reward, mint the token. So here is the infinite money because I'm minting new tokens. I could do a stake, for example, in a way that I have 1,000 tokens inside my contract. And we can get rewards until my contract has balance. For example, it's another approach. But my approach was the infinite money. So we are minting and minting more tokens. This is our approach. Okay? Get the price feed. Calculate the minutes. We are only doing the block time, the actual block timestamp minus the last user claimed and divide by 60 because this is in seconds. We'd like to know in minutes. Okay. And this is calculate the reward. And Aman told me that is good now. Okay. I think it's this for today. I'm finishing. Let's stop to share my presentation. If I saw some question that I could not answer now, probably tomorrow we can try to answer as well or do this async. Okay? It was my pleasure to be with you. And remember, tomorrow Dave will be here talking about CCAP, so how we can communicate between blockchains. This will be really amazing. And yes, we have tokens as well. We have a token standard that's great to interoperability. So, bye everyone. Have fun.